share my screen. Stuff out of the way. All right, there's camera club. I can kick that out. You guys see everything all right?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna take you down the corner here and let's get started. Okay.
Okay. I haven't been doing much lately, so these are all from archives. Several years ago, I went to with the camera club I was in before, we went to a car museum. There was a fella in Indianapolis that had his own private collection of old vehicles, and actually these Coke bottles were they were in a museum. These Coke bottles were part of just the exhibit because he had neon signs and everything too. So I found this interesting. I just cleaned it up a little bit, took it into Topaz and put a vintage filter on it. But you just don't see you don't see Coke bottles anymore,
Yeah, really.
let alone these boxes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they look full as well.
I don't know if they were or if he just somehow, he's probably got colored water in them somehow. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of these guys that collect them actually still have the original stuff in them. Yeah. Well, I remember we were kids, we'd run around collecting those, and that'd be enough to go get our candy fix for the day. We'd take all the bottles, get the return money, and go to the candy store.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a good
Those
time.
bottles today, 25 bucks a piece.
Oh, okay.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I have to go see if I still have some. Yeah.
Those are crazy people that pay $25 for a Coke bottle.
Well, yeah. Probably be even crazier if you drink what's in them.
Sure.
Especially now.
That's crazy.
Might come with a Beanie Baby though, so you never know.
There you go. That's funny. I was trying to, as an aside, think of that term, Beanie Baby. Someone on Facebook or somewhere had a bunny rabbit and had a Beanie Baby label around its neck, and it said, "If you're not allowed, if your landlord says you can't have pets, do this." That was kind of cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that looks pretty cool. Maybe a little vignette, and
Okay.
maybe just crop some of this out over here.
Oh, there. Okay.
Although, well, these little hot spots, I think, are part of that vintage thing. So they're all right.
Yeah, they are because it wasn't lit up like that.
Well, let me turn my cursor on here. Yeah, there was just this little stuff here
Mhm.
that you could get rid of. Okay.
And this is from one of the.
Oh, it's the old fuel
Steering
cap.
wheel.
Stingray.
Steering wheel, it looks like.
Definitely.
I think it's the
I think it's
spine
a
of an old
hubcap, isn't it?
Stingray.
Hubcap.
Yeah, hang on a second here. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's the way it goes.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's
okay.
a split on the lower part before it goes up to the windows on an old Stingray. Yeah.
Okay. I am not a car person whatsoever, so I was walking through that place looking for, the light reflections and
Oh, yeah.
just
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
like
sort of
I like the neon signs down there in the right-hand corner
Yeah. Across.
and reflected up on the left too. Yeah.
Yeah, even getting some
Pretty good.
color here too. Yeah, nice.
I need to turn that around. I will do that.
There you go.
And then on.
The age of hood ornaments.
Hood ornaments.
That's
They were really beautiful. They were.
pretty
Very
amazing.
nice.
Yeah.
Have you got the whole image there, or is it cropped?
I evidently did not, because I didn't do any cropping to this, so I must have been in really tight when I took it. This is, golly, got to be at least 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah. Wow.
Really nice.
Yeah, nice reflections.
Definitely. Yeah, it almost looks like he's maybe the Phoenix and he's on fire here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wrong shape.
Yeah.
What's that a hood ornament for? What kind of car?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Anybody know?
No,
Really cool.
Recognize it.
no, it's
Yeah,
big.
I'd never seen a hood ornament like that before. I thought it was.
I want to say a Hudson, but I have no idea.
It's huge. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, Boca's nice, and maybe just darken this down a hair so
Yeah.
Okay.
here and here so your eye doesn't go down there. Okay. Oh, that's fun.
Oh.
Nice shot.
that-
I like
that's
that.
nice.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Mhm.
That was kind of fun. The only thing I wasn't sure about is the bokeh, those three brighter orbs to the right, but I tried bringing those down a little bit or even trying to clone them out. Nothing worked to get rid of them. So I don't know whether they're annoying or not. I don't know.
I
what
don't
you
think
guys think.
so. I
The
think
upper
they
right,
kinda-
yeah,
Yeah, I think they kind of repeat what's going on. I would
Okay.
take this out.
okay.
Yeah, I was looking for those orbs in the mirror when you mentioned them, and I'm going like, what's she talking about? I don't see them.
Yeah, yeah. And then I
So,
suppose if
You know the
wanna-
mirror is pulling your attention.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you want to get crazy in Photoshop with the, oh, having a senior moment here. The brush that you push and pull with,
Oh, the straighten it.
Liquefy.
liquefy. That's it. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah, you could probably straighten that up with liquefy. Just pull it up and down, just subtly.
uh-huh.
But I don't know. I kind of like the distortion in there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And the last one's for you, Steve.
Oh,
Ah,
cool.
The
Must be a Galaxy
background,
500.
I love it.
the background were other cars and
Mm.
a couple neon signs, stuff that just, took your eye away from everything. So this was easy to mask.
Yeah.
And then I found this background texture filter in Topaz. I said, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
So
Looks like you picked-
Tesla wasn't the first car then.
Yeah, I would have pulled a little bit in here and over here. In these ones
Okay.
to make it a little more believable. Either that or darken them up.
The only thing that would have made it crazier, Ken, was had it been a Ford Galaxy.
Isn't it a Galaxy
might be.
500?
Is it a Galaxy 500?
I think it is.
Then you
Yeah,
got
it
it.
is. I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Yeah. you
Then
bet.
you've got it.
61.
Must have been subliminal there.
Yeah, I smudged the front plate because it's got the name of the dealership.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Back to the Future on a budget.
There you go.
Yeah, with a
All right.
family.
Yeah.
Well, I think she got it out in space before Tesla did, so.
Right.
There you go.
There you go, Musk.
I love it. Yeah. Very good, Ken.
All
Very good.
right.
Thanks.
Let's see, Marina, I guess you got some before and afters.
I
here.
do, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
So I had attended a,
So that's the before, yeah.
a meeting of the Society for Creative Optimism at Reed Park, and it was 7 o'clock at night. And by the time they started, it was 7:30. So really dark and a lot of artifacts in this. And I almost threw them all away. And today I went back and worked on them. So
Hmm.
do that after
They're kind of mysterious though.
because of the darkness.
Yeah.
And the clothing.
Kind of dull skin lighting.
Mhm.
And those catch lights look a little eerie too in her eye.
The
yeah.
lighting was all stadium lighting, in the park. They paid for lighting, so,
Yeah.
but very poor for taking photographs. So I ran it through this
I'll
new
give you that
filter that I found that takes the artifacts out
Mhm.
under the neutral filters.
Oh,
And
the knurls?
yeah,
Oh,
it did a really nice job. And then I took it into Topaz and used that all clear on it.
Mhm.
And then I used a Topaz artistic filter
Hmm.
on it, and I think it turned out pretty okay.
Mhm. Yes. it
Yeah,
did.
yeah. Yeah, that AI clearly takes out a lot of noise.
It
the
did.
night shots, yeah.
But when I tried it by itself, it didn't take out enough.
Yeah. So
Using
did
it
you do the
with-
neural filter first? And
I
then
did the
do that?
neural filter first, and it has one that says I think it's a JPEG artifacts or something, just artifacts, and it does a really
Okay. Yeah, I
nice
think
job.
it's JPEG artifacts, if I recall. Yeah, good.
It does a very nice job.
Hmm.
Cleaned it up.
Yeah, I gotta try those neural filters a little more. I keep forgetting
been-
they're there.
Doing tutorials on them and playing around with them. They're pretty powerful.
What is creative alchemy?
It's the Society for Creative Accurisms. I think SCM. They dress up in medieval garb, and then they do sword fighting. They did sword fighting that night. I have a couple sword fighting ones that I'm working on.
Yeah, maybe it's the same group that does the Renaissance Fair up near
No.
Phoenix. No,
No, they do
Different-
not.
different people? Okay.
Different people. Yeah,
Yeah,
different people.
I'll be done.
Yeah, interesting. All right. Yeah, these are cute little fellows.
Oh, that's nice.
This is my friend's llama Chewy. He's famous for this back head flip that he does. So I had taken sequential pictures of it and then put them all together in one,
Oh.
because he throws his head up in the air and then he throws it backwards and then he spins it back around again. So I put together 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures. I took a person out who was on the left-hand side, and then I blurred the background and kind of made the background up a little bit to get the person out. So
Hmm.
it's kind of fun. I haven't shared that with his owner yet. I have to do that.
Oh, yeah, I think it's fun.
Yeah.
It's quite the character.
He must think of himself as a star.
Yeah.
He does, because people come to take his
Snooty.
photo.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's doing his pose.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is. He's quite
Yeah.
the character.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah,
got
this-
that one kind of blue eye.
Yeah,
One blue eye.
yeah, this blends in nicely, but I would maybe blend this edge on his jaw just a bit.
Okay,
And then I think it would be a little more believable.
okay.
And you can even do it, kind of like a zigzag,
Uh,
like the fur,
Well,
Is the line you're
that's his,
talking,
that's his real neck.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
so
one whole picture.
so this whole thing's a picture?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Each one of
Interesting.
these is a different separate picture that I layered on top of each one.
Okay,
Hmm.
well then
Yeah.
maybe
Wow.
it just needs to just take a little bit
Soften
of
that a little
harshness
bit.
off it. Yeah, it's probably,
Just all the lights hitting it, I guess.
yeah, I think with this shadow, it's just, and then it gets
Mhm.
lit, it's giving you an edge there.
Mhm.
Okay. Good.
Cool shot.
Then I did one more of him.
Yeah, you got a before and after here.
So this one, you see power lines and there's all kinds of paraphernalia on the property
Mm.
behind him.
Yeah.
So I played around with the background and
Oh.
did some overlays. And I think the one that did the best was vivid light and brought out all these colors. I put just a sky background behind him.
Mhm.
And then I just thought it was more interesting with the vivid light.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Brings out the blue in his eyes.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And I think this reflective light down here on the chrome
Mhm.
helps tie it together too.
Yeah, it does. You're right.
Yeah.
I think that's from like the blue sky. Yeah, because the sky.
Yeah,
was
you can see the
blue, yeah.
ground in the sky there.
Yeah.
Chrome does that a lot, but yeah, it works for this. Nice. I would maybe clone some color into these or just paint some, just to knock
A little
them
bit
out.
more of the red.
Yeah, or whatever. They're just kind of almost burnt. Yeah.
It's where the clouds were in the sky.
Right.
Just through those colors. Yeah.
Yeah. I just keep going over that way. And so
Okay.
just knock them down a bit. Oh, here's your sword guy. Let's see.
Yeah.
Is this the before or this? No, this is the, yeah.
That's the before.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you blow it up, you can see how noisy it is. It's really, really,
Oh, yeah.
really bad.
I've had worse.
I don't think I have.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
all I did was clean this one up. I want to do further work with it, but I
Yeah.
ran it through the artifacts and ran it through.
Yeah, I got rid of
here.
a lot of the gray.
It
Nice.
really did. It did a
Yeah.
nice job.
Nice. Okay, I think you got one more here, yeah.
One more. This is Poncho. He's a 40-plus-year-old burro.
Oh,
And I
I
just
love it.
Love the
this.
texture and
Mhm.
of his hair, and he's quite the character. He's the guard dog of the property.
And they're louder than dogs.
Yeah, they can be.
How do you guys feel about this little?
Yeah, that bothers me. I would take it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's just one of his eyelashes, I guess.
Yeah.
Long hair there.
That's the only thing I seen that stuck out.
Yeah,
It's kind of annoying.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like the light and vignette.
For me,
on
it is
this
anyway.
space. Yeah,
Yeah, I square cropped it and put a light vignette on it.
yeah. That works
I just
for me.
liked it for the texture. It was
Yeah.
just
Oh, yeah.
It is. It's very nice.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you,
All
guys.
right. See.
Just FYI, guys, I Googled bird hood ornaments, and it turns out that it's not for Pacific. I come up with the same picture that he had there, and it's by the Lone Star North hood ornament. You can get it for $17.95.
Oh,
Oh, really?
They got a lot of bird ornaments and stuff. And I found the one exactly that matched what he had on that car.
So it wasn't
Interesting.
specific to a manufacturer, it was just something that. was
Yeah, it's just an
aftermarket.
aftermarket thing that you can
Gotcha.
customize with.
Oh,
Cool.
oh, here we go.
Oh,
Tupac,
Mhm.
oh, wow.
just cropped down and then with the, was it topaz colorburst filter applied to it. So
Hmm.
Boy,
That's vivid, doesn't it? It's really nice.
wow.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I just liked all the wonderful metal flowers. So.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then the one thing that doesn't belong, yes, which is right there in the
The
middle.
Buddha, the
Yeah,
Buddha.
that's it, yes.
Or whatever
We
it
found
is.
it. Like, where's Waldo? Where's Buddha?
Boy, the colors just pop.
Yeah.
And it's cool how you have the big flowers coming in from the left and the smaller flowers from the right, and then the smaller flowers from the left, and they're kind of looking at each other.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool that you had that kind of
Thank you.
structure there. Very cool.
It reminds me of those old Victrola players. I was almost waiting to hear them.
Oh, yeah.
Sounding off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice.
I just thought it was very colorful. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that blue one right in the middle there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the texture up on the roof's nice
Yeah,
too.
that's
Mhm.
neat. Looks really weathered,
Yeah,
like copper. Nice shot.
yeah, real nice. Okay, studio shot.
Studio shots, yes. That's just long exposure with flashlight.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
in a light tint. So I was just playing.
Nice.
And with the glasses that color?
Yes, they're blue.
Okay.
Hmm.
Flashlight static, or did you move it?
Moved it. So I was painting with it actually.
You were painting light, yeah.
Above the glasses and then towards the front and then kind of around towards the side. I think I was probably shooting in a very dark room, probably an exposure someplace around 30 seconds. So.
Oh, wow.
Mhm. I mean, you did almost like a nice spotlight effect on the
Mhm.
Yeah,
ground there.
yeah, I was pleased with the outcome. So.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been a very bright light for 30 seconds.
Oh, it's an intense flashlight, one of the
Oh, is that right?
military grade, but
Oh,
You stopped down.
yeah, well, I would turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off,
oh,
moving it around. So
Gotcha.
it's got a nice little button on the back, makes it handy to do that.
No, good.
Very good.
Nice.
This was more studio work.
oh, that's nice. I like that.
Really shot in the light tint again. Well, not such a long exposure. This was probably half a second or something. But then after that, I took it into Topaz and did one of the painterly effects on it. So
Oh,
Very cute.
yeah.
You get him to sit
I
still.
was looking for something to do, and I got these two corgi stuffed animals. I shouldn't say I do, we do. And then my wife gave me a lot of costume jewelry to dress up the girl with. And then I did the hippie boy on the other side. So
Yeah. And you got him to sit so long for you. That was
I'm
great.
telling you, they were very cooperative.
You gave him a treat afterwards, I'll bet.
Yeah.
There you go.
But again, just having fun.
Yep.
Make it a really cute greeting card.
There you go. Yeah.
And this was the frog up in Safari Park, actually outside Safari Park in Florida, which I cut out, and I had a background swamp scene from my stay in the Deep South. So I just slid him in there, did a masking, blended the stand that he was on into the swamp itself.
Cool.
Kind of put him in a probably a better environment that he was in Florida. So,
Yeah.
He looks happy.
He does.
It looks good.
and I think, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but that mushroom is not just a normal mushroom. From all my lookings at mushrooms, one would have to say whoever sold this statue to the people in Florida snuck one in on them. So, that is, I'm going to say it's a magic mushroom.
There you go. Enlightening mushroom.
Yeah, it's an enlightening mushroom. Why else would a frog be sitting under it reading a book?
Yeah.
Looks like he's sitting on one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which swamp was this?
This was, let me think, I want to say it's part of the Savannah Wildlife Refuge. But,
Yeah. there's
And-
a lot of really-
yeah, they have a lot of nice little swamps up there.
Yep, for sure. Okay.
And this is my foray into the insane. So this next one, there we
Oh,
go.
geez.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
We're watching
That's-
you.
That is, well, of course, a fake eyeball. I didn't go out and retrieve one.
Yeah.
And a whiskey glass with a little bit of
Oh, okay.
gelatin poured in and some red dye.
Mm,
Wow.
Then lit from below, it's sitting on a light strip. So then I took it into Photoshop and copied and then mirrored. I just wanted something disturbing. I think I hit it.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Got
Looks
a little
like,
shot of red eye, eh?
Yeah.
Looks like 2020 to me.
Yeah, feels like it. Very nice. That's fun.
Yeah, it was just fun.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
That looks like,
Yeah.
that looks like a picture you could embed in another picture at some point.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and look at eyeball pictures, Al.
Yeah.
Yeah, something staring out from the woods or something.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what you come up with next time. Okay, Wendell.
Okay. Well, mine are pretty
Oh.
tame after that.
Wow, look at that.
That's beautiful.
That
Yes,
looks
it
familiar.
is.
Yeah, it was on a river cruise on the Danube, and this is the Parliament building in Budapest, Hungary.
Wow.
And we were just, the boat took a little loop around on the river so we could get pictures in the evening of the buildings along the river.
I've got that same picture. Wendell.
Were you on the
Oh.
boat at the time, Wendell?
Yes, yes, I was. And this was handheld, and it was ISO 1600, and it was wide open f4, I think, in about a 15th of a second. And it did work out. I took a lot of pictures. This was one of the sharper
Oh,
ones.
beautiful.
Really sharp for that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
That's a beauty.
Amazing building.
I'll say.
Excellent.
Almost looks like it could be a church rather than a
Yeah,
government building.
yeah, they're big on steeples.
I guess.
Uh,
Yeah, steeples and Gothic, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, and then the next one's also same place, just the other side of the river. The Buddha Castle up on the hill. That's art museum and I guess history museum and all. Apparently it doesn't have any official government use anymore, but anyway, and then one of the bridges across the river all lit up.
Nice image.
So anyway,
I like all the different color temperatures of the lights. These are
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
This is warm, then you got a little bit of a mix going here.
yeah, and the lights up on top of that big bridge tower that looked like 3 blue spots on each face, those were just blinding. And I selected them and took down the exposure a lot, and it still came out blue, which I guess meant that the actual color was blue. But it was so intense it turned the image white. But
Wow.
back it off, turned to blue.
Mhm.
Anyway,
It's amazing to me how long it took to build some of these buildings.
oh yeah,
There was one church, I'm not sure if it was in Bond, another photographer I was talking to, taking a beautiful picture of it. He said it took him like 782 years to finish that building.
oh
It's
yeah.
like, well, that would not work in America, that's for sure.
no.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's like the Gaudi church in Barcelona.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's been going on for centuries.
Yes.
yeah, a lot of time and a lot of work.
Yeah, we'd have 10 of them up and down by that time. You know?
At least.
We converted to condos long before that.
That too.
Anyway, this is the same general area up around the Buddha Castle.
I
during
like the
day.
reflection, beautiful.
Yeah, that's what caught my eye. It was apparently a newer building, and this set of windows went higher, but I just clipped out the part that had a reflection in it. And it's different colors and all, but it's just the different glass and
Yeah.
a little bit of out of alignment. Just,
Very sharp reflection.
Mhm.
yeah, that was rather amazing. I guess it was probably reflective heat, reflecting glass made it look pretty sharp as a mirror.
Yeah, there's no distortion in the glass, so it's got to be some really good glass.
Well,
Yeah.
it does kind of pinch in here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
yeah, and it's
Then,
tilted a little bit,
yeah, and
looks like from the
yeah, they're all
section below.
not set exactly in the same plane, which is pretty normal
Yeah.
for glass. So,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty cool though.
Anyway, that was just a random shot I happened to catch.
Yeah,
Nice.
I like your title too, reflective triptych.
Yeah.
That works out, I think.
It's interesting if you look at it, the top image and the bottom image have the same color, but the middle, a whole different color.
Yeah, and
It's like a different building.
yeah, but I'm suspecting it's just something in the color on the glass.
Yeah.
tinted
Yeah.
Did that.
It's,
Or-
it
Or
makes it more
sometimes
interesting.
the angle you're looking at it changes the color
Yeah.
as well. If it's got like multi-coating or something on it.
Mhm. Yeah, that might
be a film on the glass, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
this is Taos, New Mexico, a long ways away, and this was just when I walked by one of the houses there and liked the blue gate, so I just cropped in and kind of made a geometric pattern out of them. And I didn't do anything like a topaz filter on it. This is just straight Photoshop, as were all the previous ones. Just like the layout and the color.
Nice. Real nice.
Awesome colors.
Probably would look good converted as a watercolor, I think, but
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I like your composition there too, though, Wendell.
I
Mhm.
like
yeah,
the softness in back and the sharpness in front.
yeah,
Yep, yep. Gives it some depth. What do you think about darkening this down just a little bit?
okay, yeah, I did darken it
So you
some
get a little-
already.
yeah.
Took
Just
the-
almost starts looking vertical until you get here, almost like it's a like a bottom curve of this rather than the,
Oh, I see, yeah,
yeah, it just needs a little difference because the tone is almost the same.
oh, I see, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
What if you cropped it up to the bottom of the bricks? Would that
yeah, you
work?
could do that too,
Yeah,
but something like that.
yeah, I guess that would,
No,
yeah, that,
I like the,
yeah.
too close.
too
Yeah.
Yeah,
close.
I think that's a little better. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder if I shaded the very bottom of it a little darker or something and then light, not so dark next to the stone.
Mhm.
Maybe that would
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah,
differentiate it a
it's just a
little
little something to give it, yeah,
more. Yeah, well,
the planes,
contrast.
their own little thing. Yeah, good.
And this is in Santa Fe. This was actually done in topaz, the oil paint filter. And then I used one of their frames and matte packages. And only thing I got that one bright section right above that roof drain. There's
Oh, yeah.
scupper or whatever
Mhm.
that I thought about darkening, and I tried it a little bit, but it just didn't work right. Maybe if I just cloned some of the Adobe tan color onto that,
Mhm.
get rid of it, sort of.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
could do it,
know.
you could do it light so that it keeps its plain and lightness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I would leave that actually.
Yeah, because it kind of matches the trim around the windows and the
Yeah.
door. And
yeah, and you got a
It's not
trim
the
down here
only-
too. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't mind that so much. I would probably just maybe knock these
Well-
down a little bit because your eye keeps going up this
Oh.
way.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, just get a little closer to, yep, too much. Yeah, yeah. I don't think I mind those so much.
Okay. Yeah, I want the windows and door to stay white.
Mhm.
I think it's okay. It really shows you
Oh,
the
okay.
sculpture, the architecture of
Yeah.
that wall there.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, they should-
I'd like to see a little more detail in this door panel. I don't know if
Oh,
there's
yeah.
anything in these windows, but yeah, maybe you can
Oh.
bring that out just a little bit.
Select and lighten them. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that, with the brush in Lightroom
Mhm.
or Photoshop for that matter. Yep. Okay. Nice, thanks.
That's all for me.
Alrighty. Yeah, guess we'll go up to the top and work our way back down. Al, is that a cassowary?
Oh, yeah.
That's a cassowary.
Wow.
I spent about 2 weeks when I was diving in here in on the west coast of Papua New Guinea. It was a little island. You could walk around it in about 15 minutes. And this guy used to stalk us all day long every time we come in for rest or getting up in the morning. And they have some really, really dangerous feet. You don't want to piss them off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they got some big claws.
What is the top notch? Is that like a bone or is that a hair or?
It's, the construction is much like a fingernail in terms of
Okay,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
composition, as I understand it. It is hard. I don't know that it's used as a weapon. It has spurs on its feet that are used as weapons.
Yeah, you bet. Where was this?
What's that?
Where was this?
Well, it's in northern, their habitat is northern Australia. This was actually in a bird sanctuary, so,
Ah,
and I took it across the fence.
okay.
So,
Yeah, there's
I wasn't gonna tell you that, but
I thought it was somewhere in your travels. I was just curious where they were beside Australia and Indonesia.
but you drive around northern Australia and you get all these signs, cassowary crossing.
Mm.
Yeah, and you sure don't want to tick them off.
Now you know where the dinosaurs went.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it looks like a
Velociraptor.
pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
With us
thinking.
still.
Yeah,
Now, if I recall, they don't fly much.
No.
No, I don't.
They got little bitty wings and at best, but yeah. They're pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful though.
Very good
Beautiful
picture.
bird.
Yeah,
Awesome colors.
yeah. What do you think about darkening this top across a little bit, maybe with a ramp, linear gradation? Anybody?
Yeah, it might
Yeah.
set the bird out a little bit,
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
bring it forward.
Okay.
well, I've got a couple of them that I took at the same time where it's as forward as you wanted. It's just a headshot, but
Mm.
because that's not a very telephoto lens. The bird was only about 6 or 7 feet from me, and it's about a
Oh.
5 foot tall bird. So
Well,
Yeah, they're
beautiful-
big.
Wow.
That's
Beautiful
the other thing I
detail,
failed
though.
to mention.
Yes.
They're quite large.
Just gorgeous detail.
Mhm.
5 feet. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He had my regulator one morning and I had to chase him around.
Oh,
Finally found something to
geez.
feed him, so he dropped it.
Ah,
yeah, this was with a 70 to 300 lens, and it was with my 5D Mark II.
Ah, okay. Nice. Yeah, your textures and detail are amazing. All right, let's look at this next little guy.
Oh, wow.
nice.
Excellent. Yeah.
Beautiful shot, Al.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
That is pretty.
Very, very sharp. Yeah.
That's down in the Everglades.
Mm.
And I don't know. It was just a fortuitous shot that it was sitting there on a bridge. That's a bridge rail.
Mm.
And I liked the colors when I took it, and I took a picture. It's reasonably cropped, but not hugely. 24 to 105 lens. So
Nice.
Very
Beautiful detail. Yes.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah. All in focus
Yeah.
nicely too.
Mhm.
Like they say, you can't get the picture if you're not out there.
That's
you got
right.
it. That was shot at f11, so I've got some good depth of field. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's nice, Al.
Yeah. And you're close enough that your background falls off pretty quickly, which is nice.
Yeah,
In fact, it's just starting to fall off here. So that's great.
Mhm.
Nice.
Ooh.
Mm.
Mhm.
that's also in the Everglades.
Ah,
Well done.
nice colors.
Yeah.
Mm.
Details.
I
too.
used this is one of those that I reprocessed when I went back over them. The picture was taken in 2013, 9 years ago.
Ah,
But I went back and reprocessed in Lightroom, and by being able to select the subject and work on it and select the background, I darkened the background that way. So
Mm.
nice. Yeah, I like the
We used to call
combination.
those the Georgia Department of Transportation cleanup crews.
There you go.
well, they actually, that's what they serve. That's their role.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the composition too, the way it flows from the lower left to the upper right. Nice,
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
very nice. Okay, well, you got a person in here along with the rest of the critters.
Yes.
That lady is in charge of a pearl shop
Mm.
in Tahiti. Oh, no, in Bora Bora.
Hmm.
And her pose was on purpose to demonstrate her pearls.
Oh.
Yes.
eh,
Very nice. Great
This is-
framing on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Beautiful background.
Mm.
And she looks like she's got some kind of secret.
Yeah, well,
There
her
you go.
secret is the price of the pearls.
Yep.
Actually, they were reasonable.
That's good. All right. You got this guy's attention.
Oh, wow.
I'm hoping you used a very long telephoto.
The Rhino, 70 to 300 at 300.
Mhm.
Wow.
That's
That-
pretty close.
That is cropped on the right end because I had too much grass over there.
Mhm.
But top and bottom, it's not cropped at all.
Mm.
Wow.
I was close,
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
but I was also in a very substantial vehicle.
Yeah. Well, they tend to run in straight lines and turn 90 degrees a lot. So we had one stare us down and then he took off and we just pulled forward a little bit and they went right by. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, this guy looks like he's seen quite a bit of action.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody chewing on his ear.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a great photo.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
That one is also the 70 to 300 at 300. And that is completely uncropped.
Hmm.
You're a brave guy.
Looks like she's off a fresh kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, buffalo.
Hmm.
Okay.
She's just leaving the buffalo. She was there eating on it, and then she left it and went back to wherever she was hiding. I mean, she isn't going to eat that buffalo in one sitting.
Of course, she didn't want anybody else to get it.
But
Wow.
that's what she was doing. But a magnificent lioness. So
Mhm.
Okay.
He looks tired.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Full.
I keep
Or maybe
going
she's
back
just-
to this one. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe she's just satiated.
I'm
you
just
know.
wondering on this one if maybe you can spiff up her skin tone a little bit. It looks just a little.
I think she's just gorgeous.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
actually, on that one,
Was it underexposed?
I brought it out in Lightroom. I brought the subject out in Lightroom, and I did a reverse clarity on it.
Okay.
There's
Oh, you took clarity out. Yeah, that's probably why it's looking a little bit that way.
To soften some of the wrinkles.
Yeah, 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 I understand now. Yeah,
Could probably pull that into Luminar too and go do a little work maybe.
yeah, yeah,
I didn't, but yeah, I could have, but
yeah. So, yeah, run it through your new Neo and see what happens. All right. Thank you. All right, let's go to Alan here.
Oh, nice.
This
Yeah, nice
is,
thing.
Yeah.
this is an old building down in a bird sanctuary in downtown Calgary, and it belonged to some colonel of the RCMP, and it was built around late 1800s, and this doorway is just spectacular,
Mhm.
amazing. So I took this with I was down there shooting for birds, And I took this with my cell phone, so
Mhm.
I had to fix it up a little bit. There was some paper stickers on some of the windows,
Ah,
I lightened up some of the shadows. There was quite a bit of shadow coming in there.
mhm.
Mhm.
It's
Nice job. Nice job,
Mhm.
Bill.
thank
Oh,
you.
nice.
Mm.
Love that etched glass in the middle.
Yes.
Mhm.
Beautiful building. Yeah.
Mhm.
I've done a few variations in this, but I like this one. This is nice.
I like the doorknob.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Nice to see these old buildings
Yeah.
being kept. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So this is actually a kind of monument thing growing out the pavement in a little town called Canmore, which is close to Banff. So it's a statue, and I've modified the bottom of it because I used that what do you call that thing in what's that? The one in
Liquify?
Photoshop? Liquify, yeah. I
oh,
wanted to try and get the effect of it where you see it in the Terminator movies where he's kind of coming out of the pavement.
Oh, yeah, where he comes back.
Yeah, so the whole the head is actually, it's not a full head, so half of from his chin down is buried in the pavement sort of thing. So
oh.
Mm.
yeah, it's a cool thing to see. I should maybe have showed you the original shot.
Mm.
This is what I was trying to play with.
You guys, how do you feel about all this black up here? You think some of that should get cropped down?
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me.
Okay.
It needs a little space. I think if you cropped it too much, it would be a little too tight.
There's a lot of background in the original photo that I had to take it. This is also my cell phone that took this shot as well. So
Wow.
Yeah, I see some subtleties coming through here.
Yeah.
Maybe you could just pull a little bit more up here so it's just not so.
I've got about 10 variations of this.
There you go.
I'm not sure which one I like best, but I thought this would be interesting with trying to bring this liquefy thing into it.
Yeah, I like the way it tugs it down. Good fun.
Yeah, you could have used 3 or 4 of us for that model, Alan.
Oh, a cedar waxwing.
Yeah.
Ah, look at that shot.
Wow.
Yeah, little guy down in the park. There was actually quite a lot of them flying around. So.
Yeah.
Almost looks like a wood carving.
Yes, it does. Beautiful.
Nice
Thank you.
textures on there.
Did you pull the sky out of there, Alan, or?
No, that's the way it is. Yeah.
Okay. I was just seeing the little halo over here on the top of the tree.
The top of the tree, I cut that back a little bit there
Mhm.
because there was a bit sticking out there that wasn't quite right, so I just trimmed that back.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you could just clone a little bit in there and you'd be good.
Yeah.
And maybe just subtly lighten up his eye and
A little bit. Okay.
yeah. Sometimes
Look at the texture.
part lighter.
Right.
Yeah. Did you use that topaz feather or just straight?
I did not on this. No.
Yeah. All right.
I think I take the whites in that wing down a little bit
Yeah.
because they've got such good color everywhere else.
Yeah. I don't know.
You've
if
lost
there's
all the
texture
detail in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if there is, but for the eye, there's always, let's,
Mm.
I think we're ahead enough. We can start playing a little.
Yeah, I went down looking for owls and found this guy.
Let's see here. I haven't tried this before in camera raw. Normally what I would do is I would just get real close with the eye. Of course, this isn't a real high res image, but there's a number of ways you could do it. You could, the old fashioned way would be to just take a layer and then, you know, with a brush, just get a real little brush here and just kind of, well, that's not very white, is it? Zero a little bit. You know, just paint a little something here. And then take that back to maybe screen or lighten. Take it down. Just a little bit. And maybe something like that. And of course, I painted too much in there, so you could just add a mask and
So you're doing that to get some roundness in that eye?
Yeah, and also, you know, usually on the opposite side of the eye, you get a little incidental
Little
reflection
suppression,
from it coming through.
Mhm.
So you could do that, and then just overall just add contrast somewhere. Now, I think nowadays, you know, we could play around with it in camera raw and do the same thing. Maybe even have a little more control. Let's see.
I think if you put a radial filter on it, you can do several operations to the eye, you know, clarity and
Right?
contrast, whites, blacks.
Yeah.
Radial filter, huh?
Yeah, that works really well.
Onto the masking, yeah.
Yeah.
The radial gradient is what
Oh.
it's at, yeah.
Yeah, you could do a radio, just kind of somewhere about there. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
Maybe take and then play with the whites a little bit.
It's amazing the amount of information these sensors pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then you
It
can,
brings that eye to
then you
life.
can come in and do the same thing we were talking about before, create a new mask, use a brush,
Yeah.
and do the same thing where you just kind of whisk that way and then
Mhm.
get rid of what you don't want. Something like that. And then, you know, maybe with highlights and whites and a bump it up. Doesn't quite give you the same effect. Well, there you go. We could
Yeah.
cheat a little with exposure, yeah. You know, and maybe warm it up a little bit. Yeah, something like that. So let's turn that off and get down to say 200%, somewhere there. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, so yeah, here's your before, here's your after.
Mm.
And then also we've got the old way here. Yeah, so I think I like the new way better. There you go. Okay.
Good, good.
Mhm.
I
It
never
really
thought-
brings it to life.
Yeah. I never thought to touch the eye. I thought the eye was pretty actually good.
Yeah, just a little more, you know, it's
Yeah.
really,
Put
really
it flat.
hidden there.
Yes.
Just needs some separation
No,
from
I see that now, yeah.
that mask, yeah. Let's look at
Very
this
nice.
guy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, we were away for a few days here last week. And this is a wolf dog sanctuary. And these dogs are about 70–80% wolf. And they have about 30 animals here. And one of the people that are looking after them was telling us a story of some people pick up pups and they're told that they're something else, like they're huskies or whatever.
Mhm.
And she says the training goes really well until they get to about 6 months old.
It wants some real
then-
meat.
Then the real instincts kick in.
Surprise.
And then they're training you, yeah,
Yeah.
to run and hide.
So it's beautiful animals.
It is
Absolutely gorgeous.
gorgeous.
Really.
And so right around 12 o'clock, I'm not sure how orchestrated this was or not, but pretty well around 12 o'clock at noon, all these wolves all started to howl.
Mm.
What a haunting experience that was. See, if that were in the middle of the night, it'd be absolutely scary.
Mm.
Mm.
But unfortunately, I missed them when they were howling. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been a fun recording. Then you could have played it back for the coyotes here when you come down. You might send them home.
Yes,
Now, Alan, where was the sanctuary?
it's called it's near Banff. It's quite close to Banff.
No, it's too bad we missed that. Nice.
Very nice. Good.
You
Lots of
can
good-
do the same thing here on his nose that we do
Okay.
with the eye, to get a little bit more of the nostril and the split there.
Yeah,
Yeah, same kind of
same kind of story.
selective masking. Yeah,
The eyes are just mesmerizing.
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't want to get too don't get, well, actually you can get in and feed them if you're brave enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The texture of the fur is wonderful too.
Mhm.
And that's why the big North American cats go to trees when they hear these guys. You know?
It was
How
a
about, yeah.
spooky sound. So so this is a scene I've been looking for a long time. I've
Beautiful.
looked for this scene for at least 5 years. I could never find it, and I've managed to find it at the weekend there. So
Wow.
this is these are called the Three Sisters.
Sisters.
Yeah.
I've been there.
You've been there. There you go. And that there's still a little bit of ice in this pond. So the weather is actually, well, it's actually not a pond, it's a river. So it was nice to find that, because the weather's been pretty decent up until now. It's been pretty decent. So
Yes.
nice to have the open water.
I love the reflection, Alan.
Mhm.
It almost looks like a painting in the water.
Yeah, really.
I like,
does.
yeah, I've seen, it's so frustrating. I was looking for, because I've taken lots of images of these mountains, but trying to get that water in the front of it, so where the hell are these guys getting this image?
Yeah.
And fortunately, I managed to find it. It was really-
Yes, it did. Gorgeous.
Yeah, you could even just, crop for that and make another image.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, thanks.
And you don't even have to apply a topaz filter.
It's the natural one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Pretty cool.
Quite nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, it's a nice spot.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
nicer than real life. Trust me.
Very, very nice.
Imagine.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's right.
Finally got it. Okay, then.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is another shot of the dunes in Death Valley,
Yes.
the smaller ones.
So,
Very nice.
Very nice.
That's
Thank
wonderful.
Is that the snow on the mountains behind it?
There's no snow. That's just, I'm not,
distance.
Aerial
just in the
haze.
shadow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is that a guy standing in the
Yes.
dunes? Oh wow.
Gives you a sense of scale.
Yeah, that is really neat.
Yeah, there he is.
I like the dunes and I like the brush in the foreground, and then
Yeah.
when this guy showed up, I thought that
Yeah.
made a complete picture for me.
Well, these
Excellent.
downwind
Yeah,
textures. are really
It's windy. That's where all those,
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it's interesting. You got the beiges, and then you've got the bluish and the shadows. Really makes a nice contrast instead of
Yes.
everything being the same color.
Yeah,
Beautiful chapter.
Thank you.
that is beautiful.
This is Mescal Movie Studio set. They're doing tours there now on the weekend, Friday and Saturdays.
Oh, yeah.
And this was just a street shot, and I took it into topaz.
Where was this done?
Mescal, Arizona, about 50 miles from here,
Yes.
off of I-10, about 7 miles. It's an old established movie set from way back. They made movies from Winchester 73 all the way up to Young Riders and Tombstone, and there's a whole list of them.
Yeah.
Quick and the Dead was filmed here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And they
Yeah,
do-
one of the Kirchners is taking
Yeah.
it over. Yeah, trying to get some.
Yeah, they were saying the guide was saying that they're opening the tax laws and stuff, they're lifting some of that stuff, and they've got a couple of different movie companies that are interested in coming in. In fact, they had workers on the set that was rebuilding stuff, getting ready for a live shot either coming up this coming Saturday or next Saturday.
Oh.
Nice.
So how do you get there, Don?
Just take the Mescal exit off of 10, and it's about 5-6 miles back in the desert, and there's no water, electric, or anything back there. When you get into the pavement, get to the dirt road, you take a left, and it takes you into the set. They charge $10 a piece for an hour tour, and you can kind of walk around on your own after the tour. Now, I've read some of the reports, and some of them said that they would give too much information. I'm kind of a Western buff, and the gal we had given, she was excellent. She hit all the highlights of all the movies that were shot there and what was shot where, and how they built fronts up in front of other buildings for that particular show. And then we walked around a little bit afterward. They don't like you walking out of the main set unless they got somebody with them, because of the afraid of getting hurt and the snakes and everything else. She said, we're out here in the middle of no place, and if anything calls an emergency, he said, we have to fly a helicopter. So,
Oh, wow.
So
but you can, they had handbills out that you can for $20 or $25, you can for 2 hours come in, bring your lawn chairs and sit and watch them shoot, and they got a hot set.
Oh, wow.
But this is going east on 10.
Yes. It's just about 50 miles from the Springs here.
Yeah.
I think it's exit 97 or 96,
That could be.
going towards Benson.
Yes, except to go the other direction.
Real nice.
Thank you.
Oh.
Oh, that's neat.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That is wonderful.
This is a card scene. She just said their actors had something planned for us in the bar. So we went into the bar, and I went to the wrong corner. I should have been on the opposite corner, because they broke out into a bar fight, and it was too close, and I couldn't get any pictures of the actual fight. I got one, but it was, I just didn't know what to expect. So if I go again, I'll go to the bar side, and you'll have a lot more room to take pictures of.
That looks excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah. Is the picture behind them a scene from an actual movie that was filmed?
I think so. Yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, and they're recreating it, sort of. Oh, neat.
That looks awesome.
Thank you.
Good fun.
Oh,
And this is the same saloon with just different
Hmm.
actors who walked away from the bar there, and I like the pool table and the table at the
Yeah.
back and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just dropped the saturation down on it.
Mm,
Made it look like an older.
Sure does.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's classic.
You know, I think I'd crop out the very top where all that, it looks like maybe, is it air
It's just,
conditioning or
it's
something?
another set is what it is. It's just
Oh.
studying and stuff. But if you bring it down too far, then you got
You're
part
gonna
of the
lose.
lamp that don't work right.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
the
yeah.
lamp.
So that's why I left it, because of the
Yeah.
lamp.
Just darken.
The lamp is
Yeah, I was
nice.
gonna
Just
say, I
knock
could
it
have
down.
darkened it or blurred it really bad and have
Yeah,
it disappear, yeah. Or maybe even stretched it,
Stretch it up, yeah.
Yeah.
stretched it up.
I really appreciate that the actor, it looks very period in his clothing, and
Mhm.
he doesn't have Nikes. Nikes on or something, is that always throws everything off. Yeah, really nice.
Looks like an old west version of Green Valley, Maureen. There's no young gunfighters in here. It's just like,
Give him time. You
That's what
build
they
it,
didn't
they
have
will
then.
come.
You only got one shot at it.
That's excellent.
Old gunfighters never die.
That's right. They just fade away.
And this is just
Good.
another one where he was
Yeah.
leaning up against the
Really
cigar
nice.
place. And,
Got that gun ready.
yeah,
Got the spurs.
they did a bank hold up. And, done a lot of shooting and stuff too on the outside after we was in another tour to come through, and we just kind of hung around, and the next tour come through, they done a bank robbery for them. So. And they also had somebody filming the bank when he was shooting that. So I don't know if it was for advertisement for it or what. I don't know.
I've got to go back and look at the source that I got this from, but they said most gunfights weren't gunfights at all. Most of them were shot in the back, because that's really the safest way to have a gunfight.
Yeah, there weren't too many Marshall Dillons out there.
You're assured of the results that way most of the time, yeah.
Yeah. Right, lived a lot longer.
Really nice composition on that.
Was this recent, Don?
Yeah, this was last week.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
Yeah,
I say you
In
get your
fact, we
$10
was there last
worth.
Friday.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I said, I think you got your $10 worth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cash only?
You know, I done it on my phone. I called,
Okay.
couldn't talk to anybody, so I went to the website and they said for $10 a piece, book it. So I booked it for 10, and we got there by 9, and the gal come walking over. She said that we got extra room in the 9 if you want to start early. So we did, and that's what we done. Now, I never
Okay.
did get a ticket or anything from them. They just had my name, and
So it's just Mescal Studio, MESC?
yeah, Mescal Studio.
Okay.
Looks like a fun place.
It
Yeah.
was. It
Don't
really was.
ignore-
We give stagecoach rides. And
Wow.
they take, the stagecoach ride goes out to young riders, I don't know what you want to call it, where they hung out and stayed
Hmm.
on the show and stuff. That's
Ah.
about half mile out in the desert.
Excellent.
Yes, very good.
Nice, thanks. All right, Jim Bowman.
Yeah, I struggled with this one. I wanted you guys to comment on how we could bring that out more.
Anybody?
Well, that eye needs to be lightened up about 3/4 of a stop.
Good, okay.
You've got Lightroom, Jim?
Pardon?
Do you use Lightroom?
No, but I can do it. It just, and we just got a tutorial on that, so really
Yeah,
good.
there you go. Yeah, maybe tone down this beak just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like you already put a gradient in there. I mean, a vignette.
Yeah,
But you could select him and then maybe a little bit of shadow or reflection, and then reverse it and just darken this area up selectively. You know, overall, make this even darker and then bring this down a bit so it's not all so bright.
yeah, I like the, you know, he was right in the weeds there, and
Mhm.
I like the kind of the flowing
Reflections. Yeah.
reflection on each.
Yeah, yeah.
But just couldn't, I wanted to kind of pop it more and it didn't do it.
Well, let's just take a quick peek here and you know, quickest, easiest way is just do like a curves layer and just kind of
Oh, yeah, that's good.
look at that area, and then with your mask, just grab a brush and take it off what you don't want.
If you pulled him into, or if you pulled the picture into raw,
Yeah, you could do the same thing.
yeah, and just select subject on this one, I'm sure it would pull that coot out of there.
Yeah, maybe.
And then you can pretty much do whatever you want to with the background
Yeah.
if you
Let's
invert.
see. I think, well, let's see, where is it? One of these appears. Object selection tools. So, yeah, let's just see if we can. Do they have select subject down here? I can't.
Yeah, it's right up at the top there.
Yeah, here we go. It just,
It's grayed out right now, but you can, yeah.
yeah, just pulled it. So now you just invert it. Yeah. There we go. So you can do something like that and then come in here and just you can either fill it with a color, that would be the old way to go, or tell you what, let's do this. Let's invert it again. And we'll just fill him with black. Oh, why does it not want me to fill? Oh, it's off, that's why. Okay. So I could just fill him with black. All right. Deselect there, and then now I get my curve and
Okay.
just work what anything I want around it. And then you can add or subtract to that, you know, with the brush. So then again, just come back with your brush with black and
I think part of the problem there is
or
that
white,
the beak's getting lost in these ripples
yeah.
a little bit.
But yeah, you can bring your percentage down here and just kind of bring it in to give them a little shape and yeah, and again, the old way, you could do another curve and do the beak, or you can go and just do it all in camera raw. Yep, gotta be on the background to do that.
You can play around with the hue of the background
Yeah, that too.
and warm it up a little bit to contrast with that deep blue.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's
There's
just pick a
A
brush.
lot of blue in that green and a lot of blue in the water.
So again, with auto mask on, you can do this pretty quick. Make it a little smaller. Not that small. There we go. I would, at this point, turn off auto mask to get the spots you missed. And same over here. There we go. And then, yeah, just bringing the highlights down might be enough.
Much better.
Ah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. There you go. And once you have that, you may want to adjust this again.
Yeah, bring it up about a stop or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There. And with the mask, you know, depending on your grays, you can make light and darker areas. So, you know, you could come in here and actually make this even a little darker than you want it. And then come in and take a brush that's maybe, you know, 50%, kind of halfway in between, and then make sure you're on the mask layer. And then, yeah, you can bring this a little brighter. Maybe go 75. Where am I? Didn't take. Yeah, let's try it 50%. Yeah, we'll go 60. I'm looking here at brightness.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So once you start painting that in, there you go. That might be a little too much. Now, if you take your opacity down as well, like maybe 30, you know, you can just kind of feather it off. So it's not so harsh between the darks and the lights.
Mhm.
Yeah, there you go. I think that might be a little too light, so you can come back with maybe your white, and at 30% you can darken down what you want to. There you go.
Yeah. Well, I brought this, it was a bit challenging, this picture. So I figured you could solve it for me.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. This guy,
So, yeah. What's that?
yeah, this guy, same thing, you know, you can just kind of mask him and get some more separation going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was over at Sweetwater wetlands area, you know, and I saw Jim over there too.
Yeah.
But just in the middle of kind of like, there was dark and light, and there wasn't really a good kind of middle ground where I caught this frog. But again, I think the problem is, how do you get good separation?
Yeah. Well, again, this one I would probably go more camera raw, because you're going to want to bring out details in this guy that are kind of flat. So, you know, you can just go filter, camera raw. And then let's see if we can get select subject here. We'll see how well that does. Not too bad. And we can get rid of what we don't like in a bit here. Let's just try something. So let's take some of the highlights down. The shadows don't look too bad. Now I'd come back with a little white and take down a little black. And maybe add a little clarity. There you go. Now we can look at dehaze. I don't know. Yeah, maybe just a little dehaze so he doesn't look so ghostly. There we go. Right. So now he's almost matching the background. So you can maybe try bringing him just a little brighter, or we can duplicate this mask and invert it. I gotta go down one. All right, and I'll just work on the other way. Looks like it's done some of it for us. Yeah,
Yeah, you had the-
there. Yeah, actually,
Yeah, there you go.
There.
that would go
Wow.
brighter. Yeah, that's a different way to go.
And then, yeah, because you had the reflection of the water in there.
You know, maybe take some of that down. So it's not too overbearing. Yeah, right about there. How's that work for you?
It's a lot better.
A lot
Okay.
better.
Yeah, good. So that's what I do with that guy. All right.
All the challenging, photos I bring to you.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay, yeah, toward the evening, towards dusk, there was, this is just one kind of view, and a whole bunch of the ducks just picked up and flew off.
It's still Sweetwater?
Yeah, Sweetwater.
Really?
Wow. I gotta get out there one of these days. So would you get there late afternoon and then stay till it got darker?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, just waited until, about dusk.
Mhm. Nice.
Wow, I was out there a couple weeks ago. Didn't see that many ducks. That's
Oh.
amazing.
Well, there was just a lot of them there. I don't know why.
Huh.
I mean, and then they were heading off towards, is there another one, Jim, over at, on Ina Road?
I don't know. When they head out, they seem to head kind of north and,
Right, exactly. That was the direction they were going in. But they flew off this direction and then they swung around and then they went north.
right.
Well, there's that one place you mentioned before, Jim Murphy, that I shot at off Ina, that bridge, and it's got that like
Yeah.
spillway underneath, and it's got, some wildlife area there. Maybe that's where they go.
Yeah, I don't know where they go.
That's a possibility. Interesting. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe bring up a little, this would be do you have a Luminar, Jim?
Yes.
This would be real easy. I mean, just one slider would probably do it. If you go back to the old AI, what the heck? Oh, I'm in the wrong, did I grab the right one? Let's see.
No, the one up.
Yeah, this is the one that I want, but let's see which one I grabbed. No, I grabbed the wrong one. All right.
Well, it's okay.
All right. Let's just grab this one real quick. All right. So,
Did you do a sky replacement on that?
Yeah, I did do a sky replacement, but the birds were as they were.
I'm gonna have to move this down so I can hit my edit, 'cause my screen stuff gets in the way. Yeah, in fact, let's leave it down so we can see everything. Yeah, just this enhance is gonna really open all this stuff up here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that one slider does a lot of stuff. Brings contrast and saturation and all kinds of stuff into it. Now, it doesn't look so good in the sky, so basically I would just take it and paint it in where you want it. Okay. So
Right.
I just kind of come across here and
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. I get you.
you can do a lot with that one enhance,
Yeah, very cool.
especially if you're selected with it.
That's night and day.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
big difference.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's quit that. Go to the next one here. Okay.
Yeah, now this is when they were starting to take off and I got a shot of them down closer. And then before they really flew away, they were right down there close to the water.
Mhm.
And I put a topaz filter on it, you can see, and just Really didn't do much else with it.
Kind of reminds me of the old hunting paintings.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I
Yeah.
had in mind.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing I would think about doing, Jim, is get rid of this guy here. It's just a little too bright.
Yeah, yeah. I thought of that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could knock it down or just clone it out.
Yeah, just clone it out.
Mhm. Very nice.
Yeah.
Jim, did you paint the effect off the birds at all or just left it on the birds?
No, I painted it off.
Okay,
Yeah, a little bit,
a little
not,
bit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you could bring them back a little bit. Nice.
and then again, this was just a sky replacement, but the trees were in there and I just wanted to see what that would look like too.
Mhm.
Just experimenting with different kind of modes. This is kind of like a ducks going south.
Was this sun in the sky replacement or was that the sky? Or
Oh,
the
it was,
sun?
yeah, it was in the sky replacement.
Oh, okay, so that wasn't the one you had on its own. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, these are just kind of scenics.
Yeah. You guys think about maybe taking a little top down,
The
Yeah.
top down, yeah.
Yeah.
crop a little bit.
do that.
Maybe somewhere around there.
Mhm.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, the
Straight up
birds
the
are
middle.
more of a subject now.
Yeah. Or the rays. Makes this a little more important too.
Mhm.
There you go.
Like the trees.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Murphy.
I'm here.
Yeah. I hear you hooked up with Maria. I was going to give you a call, let you know she was here. But I guess she.
Oh, yeah, I took her for a walk down at the pond.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah, get her out of the house.
Yeah, yeah, we've had her over for dinner a few times too.
This is Jim. I pointed this, Jim was there and I pointed this bird out to him. It's a bittern, bittern. And yeah, I had to wait a long time. He hides a lot in the cattails. It finally came out. I spent a lot of time waiting for it to come out, and it doesn't do much. It's stationary all the time. And finally, he just kind of yawned. So that was probably my best shot when he was kind of yawning, sticking the tongue out there a little bit. So he's kind of scrunched his neck down. He looks like sort of like a heron, has a long neck and long legs, wading bird.
Yeah, you never know it from this shot.
Yeah, no, that's not really how he looks.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, the Jim, we're speaking of Jim Day is a real advanced birder, so he would know
Yes.
exactly what this was. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's really
Separates
good.
pretty nice.
Yeah, patience really pays off when you're
Yeah.
trying to take pictures of animals. And that's a hard lesson to learn, that sometimes you have to sit there for a half hour and do nothing, wait for the animal to get into position. They don't always pose for you.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And you got some light background to let the bird stand out better.
He blends in. He just blends into those reeds perfect.
I didn't see it until it moved the first time. I mean, it was right in front of me and I just couldn't see it. And I just here, you could see it real clearly here, but boy, people had a hard time seeing it. So
Yeah.
Yeah. And his feet are like a little bit green, I noticed.
yeah.
Like around by his.
I was trying to zoom down, but I guess that's all of them.
Yeah,
right?
no, that's all. I
Yeah.
cropped that one down.
Yeah, okay. It's got an
Nice
interesting
shot.
barb on his tongue too.
It's just, it looks like a compound tongue and it's kind of, yeah.
Good. Wow.
Looks mad.
Yeah.
It does not look happy.
Wow. Nice. That's
This
nice.
is, this egret's been hanging out down at the pond, and lots of people are getting pictures of it. And so what I did was I got a this bird is acclimatized to people. You can get quite close. I saw people with cell phones getting like 7 feet from it. And
Wow.
but I shot this with a 600 and I was pretty close. And the sun, I'm shooting in kind of into the sun, so I'm on the shadowed side, but those are sparkles on the water, and that's just your bokeh from
Yeah.
the sparkles. So what I did was I just pushed the slider to the left and darkened the water. And of course, those sparkles stood out. And then I selected out the egret's head and lightened it up.
Mm. Yeah, I would play with this eye a bit.
Yeah, I could bring that out a little more.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. I love the bokeh.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, just something different.
It almost looks like it's something he's going to go for and eat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good one.
yeah, very nice.
So I'm not much on shooting landscape shots, and so I went out to Madera Canyon with my I wanted to use wide angle lens, so I just used my cell phone and shot some landscapes, a bunch of landscape shots with my cell phone.
Mhm.
I like your angle. It's interesting.
I think this was ISO 20. I think it says. Oh, this is sort of amazing that the cell phone has ISO 20. So
Hmm.
Is it variable? The ISO?
yes, yes,
Mhm.
So it just kind of moves up and down.
yeah. It selected 20 for whatever reason. I didn't select that.
Yeah, if it's stopped all the way down and it's still overexposed, it'll reduce the ISO as far as it can. You can also select, take it into manual with various apps, or if you use your Lightroom app on the phone. I know with an iPhone, there's a camera there and it shoots in RAW, and you can shoot manually and adjust everything, ISO, shutter speed and aperture, which is kind of nice.
And Sandy, do you have an iPhone 13?
Yes, I just got the 13 Pro, yeah.
It's supposed to have some kind of a macro feature. Have you tried that yet?
Not too much, I probably should.
Yeah,
I've
okay.
been playing with that macro lens instead, but
Yeah.
yeah, should play around with it. Yeah, I'm happy with it, except it seemed to have gotten thicker and clunkier than the last one. And someone was over to dinner last night and they had a new Samsung and it was about half the thickness. I was amazed.
Hmm.
So kind of disappointed about that. But other than that, I've been real happy with the phone.
All right. And then the next one, I shot in exactly the same place I was when I just shot
Oh, I
that
like that.
landscape. Because I was standing right next to the stream there. And then the water was coming through a narrows, and then it created essentially, lenses, is what those are on the surface, and so it created all these also prismatic effects and just, focused the light in certain ways and patterns. And so I just threw a leaf in there to give it some give it a focal point, and then I pushed the vibrance and saturation up a little bit to magnify the color effects of the prism and so forth.
Is this a cell
Very
phone shot
nice.
as well?
Yeah. And this was also that was iPhone wide angle shot, and I did crop it down a bit. So I'm holding the phone maybe about 7 inches or something above this leaf, something like that.
Yeah, I love the tension of the
Mhm.
Mhm.
edge of the water. Yeah, it's really nice. And yeah, all these caustic effects that are coming off reflections and refractions of the water. Nice.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
Yeah, these cell phones are something else, eh?
yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, is that a 13 as well?
No, this is an 11.
No, it's still doing a nice job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a 10 and it didn't have a really wide angle like the newer ones do. And I like the fact that the telephoto goes up 3 times as well. So you got a lot more range.
Yeah, I wished I had more telephoto on the phone.
Yeah, that's a nice addition. but I'll play with the macro and let you know.
Yeah, I'd like to see what the macro does. I'd be curious.
Yeah, or you can shoot with it if you want, just let me know. All right.
And I also shot this in the same area. Just this is layers of dead leaves that were just on the bank of the stream there, and just blend mode and opacity and some layers of leaves and sticks and stuff. So just kind of just playing around.
Yeah, fun.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe
What
try.
are all, James, what are all the geometrics on the right-hand side?
Mhm.
Lots of lines and rectangles and moving up through there. Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably just take a local mask and just bring this ghosty area here down just a bit.
Hmm.
It'll get a little more
Okay.
to it. But other than that, it looks pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
just
still got a couple
it
minutes.
was just kind of a fun little
Yeah, let's just take a-
project.
we can see what happens. So we'll just go and use a brush. And leave auto mask off and just kind of see what we come up with here. Oh, that's too big. Yeah, that might work. Yeah, just kind of get a rough idea and then we'll tweak it from there. It's gonna get dingy, so we're gonna
Yeah, it's getting gray.
bring the color temperature up a bit. Maybe a hair tint too. There you go. That's a little better. And can't go too much. Maybe a little contrast. Yeah, I think contrast helps in this case. There you go.
Andy, you can use that color button down there too to actually
this
paint
one.
over it color.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
pick one out of there and
You certainly can.
use that to pull.
Yeah.
Now I found a lot of times you just pick here, you don't get the dropper, but if you hold down anywhere here and then move with still holding it, it'll keep, then you can use it. All right. So we'll say maybe that's the color. And then if we want to maybe tweak it up a little and go a little warmer, something like that. That could work. Yeah, so between that and your color temperature, you can get rid of that mud pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Sandy, I have a question.
Sure.
Not on this, but so I have a picture of an egret, and the egret is great and it's nice and white and everything, but one of the wings is kind of in shadow and it's a very blue color.
Mhm.
So to fix that, what's the best way to fix that? Would you do like layers and then take the one layer where it's kind of blue and then
Well, you can just do the way I showed you with the camera on and just select that area and then locally color correct it to warm it up or whatever you want.
okay.
Let's say here, let's just take this guy. Same kind of thing, Oops, I don't want to go Lightroom. Kill it. Although we're going there in a minute. Yeah, you just do the same thing, instead of doing layers and masks and color corrections like we used to do,
Right.
just doing the same thing with a bunch of different masks over here. You can do it in Lightroom or Photoshop, just take your pick. Let's say I'm just going to take a brush here real quick and maybe I just want to, I can paint messy or I can come back here and as I go to brush, I can hit auto mask. And then when I paint it, it's a little more accurate like that. Okay, and then I would turn it off.
So would you use like luminance, because where it goes from shadow to the lighter area there to keep your mask on just the area that you're concerned about?
Yeah, so say maybe we just wanted to cool this off a little bit. Fine.
Yeah.
Oh, my flow's down, that's why it's not taking it off. There we go. But say you just wanted to take that area and just cool it. That's all.
Okay,
I'm exaggerating a bit.
right,
just-
we can do the opposite and warm it. So if it was a blue
Yeah,
area,
exactly. So I'm doing the opposite of what you would normally do, but
right,
you know, I could do the same thing up here. I could warm this up.
right,
You know, and then I would come back with maybe a negative brush, make it kind of big, and then take the flow way down, and then just kind of blend it in, you know.
okay, okay,
You know, and then I just do the opposite. I get a new one. Same thing with a brush, and I would go up here and just kind of, I'm just being messy, but yeah, same kind of thing. We just go up here and take a color temperature and just warm it up a little bit.
right, got it, okay.
You know, and then
That's easier than doing the layers for sure,
exactly. I found that
faster,
these new masks are really, really nice, especially with the auto mask feature, you know, clicking it on and off. Yeah, and you can do a luminance mask too, if you just want to do highlights or shadows,
right,
you know, so like we could do here, let's just turn this one off. And you know, just go down and do a luminance range and then just pick this. Okay, and then with this trim here, you can trim it to just what you want.
right, right,
You know, and then move it over a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it's just there, and then you just paint the area you want. And then you could just take a subtract brush, you know, and
Right.
basically what you do is just hit subtract and then take a brush and then just
get rid of
all
all
the
this
stuff you don't want real quick, and you know, you're good to go. There's your mask, and
Mhm.
then at that point, you just take your, working it locally like that. So, and you can do a combination thereof, because
Right.
you can just keep, stacking these one on top of the other. So you have this one, maybe like that, and then you come back and make another one and just kind of get it to gradiate down this way.
Yeah, because there's a transition zone in there where it doesn't look natural if you're not.
Exactly, yeah, and then that'd be another thing, you're still in the subtract mode, so you can take this mask down and it just kind of fuzz it down a bit. Maybe flow it around a little bit. There we go. It's not quite getting what I want, but yeah, so you just play around with it, you'll get the hang of it.
Okay,
I haven't even fooled around with the intersect and all the other stuff it's got, but you can go wild with it. But yeah. So that's where we were. Here's where we are now. Anyway. Anybody have any other questions or issues or need help on anything? Okay, well. Just looking back at some old people stuff and decided maybe I'd just show some kids this time. Yeah, let's go to quick. Yeah, let's start here. Yeah. Decided to do the kids this week. So this is Taos Pueblo.
Oh,
Just a kid I found outside and posed her.
too much sugar.
Yeah, really.
yeah.
Pretty amazing. Oh, I didn't even notice there's me.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
You almost got the horizon, the reflected horizon to line up with that wood strip behind the head.
yeah. Yeah. This was a while back. I would say this is one of my first or second
Yeah.
digital cameras, probably like a D30 or 30D, whatever they were back then when Canon first came out. Yeah. It's a long time ago. And this was actually
Oh,
shot on slides. I believe this was Fujichrome.
That's gorgeous.
Thanks, back in Myanmar, probably early 90s.
Wow.
Color tones are fantastic.
Yeah, I loved Fujichrome. That was amazing film.
Hmm.
It was probably the next best thing when they stopped making Kodachrome.
Color on his forehead is interesting too.
Yeah,
And the purple,
yeah,
lavender.
yeah,
I think that might have been the Fujichrome though.
yeah. This was in Cuba. This was probably a D30 or D40. A kid on the back of a bike and just caught him whizzing by.
Mhm.
These guys sharing skates.
Oh.
Oh, how sweet.
They were having a
Oh
ball.
my gosh.
That's cool.
Yeah, one on the left was having a little trouble, but he got by. He was more concerned about losing his shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's really white.
yeah, this is back in Burma. They use this stuff kind of like sunscreen.
Mm.
Yeah. It's something
Like
organic.
war paint.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. After a while, it just becomes more like ornamentation than sunscreen, but yeah, they all wear it. That, and then when they get older, they start eating beetle juice and their teeth turn red.
Mm.
The beetle nuts. This is back in Havana.
Wow.
I just like the juxtaposition between the
Yeah.
kids running across the street, the sign, and him
Oh,
just
yeah, it's good.
Mhm.
concentrating. At first, I thought he was depressed, but he was heavily concentrating on whatever that toy was he was playing with.
Like a
Mm.
gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it almost
Yes,
looks
it
like
is.
a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. it
You,
might be.
you hope it's a toy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, he didn't shoot me, so I guess we're okay.
Yeah.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah. Yeah. The composition is neat.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Here you go again.
Father and son, proud papa.
Is that bread behind him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Loaf of bread. Yeah, they're good bakers.
I'm wondering if the young gentleman on the right there is looking to snag a loaf. I'm not
That's
sure.
an off bread. And where was
Well, the
the?
back was closed, so I think he was just
Okay.
kind of curious as to what we're doing, and more than anything else. Yeah.
Sandy, where was the shot?
This is Havana.
Okay.
Yeah, these both are in Havana. This
Oh.
was a little gal coming out party. I can't what the quinceaños. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
In Sierra.
Quinceañera.
That's it. Thanks, Jim. Yep. Yeah, everybody's waiting for her. Just happened to come by when she was opening the door.
Yeah.
So it worked out nicely.
Yeah. And you got the yellow of the car to contrast with everything else that's blue.
Yeah.
Really stands out.
Yeah, I really pulled this down. This was all really washed out in the original.
Mm.
Yeah. And this is in Chicago, Millennium Park. They have these water features and
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
just caught the people playing around. These are big faces, and then there's a mouth here, and every once in a while
yeah.
it shoots water out. And the kids run.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The rest of the time, it just kind of pours down the sides. You can see it splattering out
Mhm.
here, and the kids run around in it and have a ball. Yeah. So that's what I got for this time. I'll show you some more of the people stuff next time. I'm kind of getting through my travels here. Okay.
That was nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.